Welcome to an episode of Worthy of Me. In this episode, we'll be talking about 15 plus Nintendo Switch horror games that'll be coming out eventually. Soon-ish? I don't know. This is not a review of any of these games by any means, it's just me doing a summary of them. I know somebody wanted me to have my own thoughts, however, I'm going to reserve my thoughts on games for my gaming channel. Background music is courtesy of Brandon from the band Ocean Lux. A huge thank you goes out to him. The first game is Anthology of Fear. Anthology of Fear is a first-person psychological horror, focusing on the story and solving the secrets of the game world. The player learns 3 stories of heroes taking part in separate, completely unique events. The second game is Closed Nightmare, a horror adventure in which we take the role of Maria Kamishiro. The heroine of Closed Nightmare gets captured and is forced to take part in an experiment. The only way to win her freedom is to finish it. The next game is Darkest Dungeon: The Color of Madness. Some hateful shard of alien origin has streaked through the night sky, crashing into the old miller's farm on the outskirts of the hamlet. Those unfortunate enough to witness the comet's arrival have been blinded by what they can only describe as a shifting, ephemeral hue of damnably abrasive intensity. There's been no word from the farm in a fortnight, save for the unearthly groaning that echoes from the ruin of the mill.
Rejoice at the familiar sight of mud, rain, and ruin. Lost in time and space. Who can fathom the hateful scorn of the swirling stars?
The next game, Fear Effect Reinvented. No summary has been described. That's unusual. Guess we'll never know. Home Sweet Home. Home Sweet Home is a first-person horror adventure game based on Thai myths and beliefs. Thai? I said Thai. I think it's Thai. The core gameplay focuses on storytelling and stealth to avoid perilous spirits haunting you. Moreover, a few puzzles are added into the game, making gameplay more various. While playing this game, you'll be thrilled by a horror Thai atmosphere, unpredictable scary moments, and challenging gameplay. Little Nightmares 2. Little Nightmares 2 is a suspense adventure game in which you play as Mono, a young boy trapped in a world that has been distorted by the humming transmission of a distant tower. With Six, the girl in the yellow raincoat, as his guide, Mono sets out to discover the dark secrets of the signal tower and save Six from her terrible fate. But their journey will not be straightforward, as Mono and Six will face a gallery of new threats from the terrible residents of this world. Will you dare to face this collection of new little nightmares? Maid of Sker. Maid of Sker is a first-person survival horror set in a remote hotel with a macabre history from Welsh folklore. Brave the nightmares of the quiet men. When they arrive, do not panic. Don't even breathe.
Forbidden love uncovers the mystery that lies deep inside. The story of a faithful lover held captive at her family's side. Beasts pursuing, seek my undoing. Intent on seeing our demise. Her will consenting, evil preventing. The Maid of Sker shall be my prize.
Silver Chains is a psychological horror game from the first-person perspective. The plot reveals the history of the main character's past, a boy of 17, and the history of the mansion in which the boy was born. The gameplay is focused on exploring the environment, finding hints, and mini-games. The Coma 2: Vicious Sisters. The Coma 2: Vicious Sisters is a Korean survival horror adventure. Venture from your deserted school to survive the horrors of the night, explore the surrounding Sewa district, and uncover the Shadow Realm's dark secrets. Use everything at your disposal to avoid demoness hellbent on killing you. Those Who Remain. Those Who Remain is a psychological thriller that takes place in Dormant, a small town in the US. Dormant appears to be a regular and typical American town at first glance, but it is, however, cursed by a demon who shrouds everything in darkness. Most of Dormant's population has been trapped inside the darkness, with no means of escape. Edward Turner is just an ordinary man with a troubled past, who arrives in the wrong place at the wrong time, but he soon finds out that something is very wrong in Dormant. There are strange creatures roaming in the dark, killing everyone that gets close. The only way to survive is by staying in the light. The danger in the dark is not the only thing at play in Dormant. There are strange portals that emanate a bright light that seem to bring anyone that goes through them to another place. Similar, yet different. Apparently unreal, but very real. Actions taken in one place have repercussions in the other.
Sometimes you give it all you've got, but that's not enough. You make a bad choice, then another one. You don't recognize the person staring back at you in the mirror anymore. You've become bitter, full of remorse. You want to fix the errors you made, but some things remain broken forever. You spend your days thinking about what you could have done differently, wondering how different your life would have been, wondering if that hole in your soul would be there too. The choices were there, you just chose the wrong ones. In the end, all choices have consequences.
Vasilis. Vasilis is a hand-drawn adventure game where the player has to overcome a difficult path in order to find the husband of the main character, Peter, lost in the burning and rebellious city. The city has been experiencing revolutionary events for several months already. World of Horror. Experience the quiet terror of this one-bit love letter to Junji Ito and H.P. Lovecraft. Navigate a hellish roguelite reality with turn-based combat and unforgiving choices. Experiment with your deck or even cards to discover new forms of cosmic horror in every playthrough. The inevitable awaits. Wrath, Ion of Ruin. 3D Realms, creators of Duke Nukem 3D, Prey, and Max Payne, presents a hardcore first-person shooter powered by the legendary Quake 1 tech. Crafted by the hands of Quake scene necromancers, Wrath is the real deal. You will not survive.
The old world has passed away. Amidst the ruins lurks an ageless fear. It sees you, Outlander. You will not survive.